Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing very, very well. My name is Mariah. If you haven't seen any of my videos, welcome. If you have, very, very warm welcome back. Today, I want to talk about what does a shift actually look like. So I talk a lot in my videos about working with the goddess, working with the goddess of many different names. Even one of her names is she of 10,000 names. So when I talk about the goddess, I am referring to the great mother goddess. To me, that is Gaia Sophia. And if you've seen my other videos before, you'll know that that is in alignment with the Gnostic creation story of our planet. I'll include a fuller story below in one of my other videos, but in a nutshell, there is a galactic core that we all expanded from, and within this galactic core there are aeonic creative beings that exist in male-female pairs, and for the purposes of our story, the female part of one male-female pair, whose name is Sophia, wisdom, fell from the galactic core, traveled through the galaxy. It had a series of unfortunate events happen, which is why we deal with some psychic entities that want humanity not to thrive. And that is definitely, that's definitely felt. I'd say if you're watching this video, you probably know what I mean. And she eventually fell to become our planet Earth, which is why I call her Gaia Sophia. If you want more info on that, like I said, I'll include one of my videos below, and then I'll also include I think it's fallengoddessscenario.org or something from Mr. John Lamb Lash, who really put all this narrative together from the ancient Gnostic texts in the Nag Hammadi codices, comparative mythology, and all that stuff. This is our history becoming remembered again. It's like our memory has just kind of been like activated, and for certain people, I'm sure this relationship with the goddess, with our planet Earth, is just very natural. It's just very second nature. It's just like, oh, this feels like home. And there's some people that might be getting their world rocked by growing up Christian or in another Abrahamic religion, realizing that their deity is not who they think he is, and in fact the mother of God is really where all the power is. That being said, a relationship with her is real, and it is material, and it is felt in your day-to-day life. And oh, sorry, my cat is attacking his little fishy toy that goes like this back and forth. I'm not going to do a meditation today, so I'm not worrying about the background noise. You might hear, I don't know, fire sirens. There was just an alarm going off in somebody else's building. But regardless, I wanted to make this video today because my last video was like how to connect with her, how to connect with the goddess, the Gnostic goddess, Sophia, Gaia Sophia, Gaia, she of 10,000 names. She is a presence, and she's felt by literally every culture. So you'll find her with different names in every culture. And that's why I think some people get hung up as like, oh, is this the same goddess? Is this goddess? And it's like, well, actually, all goddesses, no matter the name, are emanations from the original goddess, which is the one who fell from the plurimic core, the galactic core. Whether you want to call her Gaia, Sophia, infinite intelligence, wisdom, the Holy Spirit, mother goddess, these are all her names, right? We're identifying the principle of the dreamer who's dreaming us alive. Now, if that also sounds a little weird to you, I have another video that goes into the dreamer, and I'm gonna go into that a little bit today, but I want to talk more about like the practical, what does it look like when you start working with the goddess? Because although I've been working with her for, our whole life, but years now, like consciously working with her, life kind of fades in and out, where you're like so focused on the mundane that sometimes your relationship with the divine can become a little muted in your head. This happens to me, where I still make a conscious effort Like either as I'm falling asleep, or if I'm going for a run or going for a walk in nature, I will connect with Gaia. It's just second nature for me now. But there are definitely times in my life where I just go, you know what, I'm dealing with these issues, or I've got this coming up, or I want to manifest this in my life, right? And then I take the opportunity to like go deeper into my relationship with the goddess. And I've had people ask me like, what really is that? So in my last video, I talk about how to kind of get her on your radar, because you're always on hers. And then how does that show up? So the biggest way that this shows up in your life is a shakeup of your life. Like it, and I've been trying to manifest this, that, or the other thing. And, and then my life started to be a little tumultuous. I started to lose contact with some people. I happened to make contact with new amazing people. And it's not that the people that I've lost contact with aren't amazing. I mean, I think every person has their own amazing qualities, but when you work with the goddess, when you stay to Gaia, our planet Earth, Mother Earth, I am ready. Show me how my life can be more beautiful. I want to, say I want to manifest like a speaking event or something like that. Then you're going to get put in situations where you might not be very comfortable. You're going to get put in situations where suddenly people are listening to what you have to say. Or you're going to have to talk in front of like maybe like a small crowd and it makes you uncomfortable. Or you might have to like speak up for yourself in some small way, and then you get brought to the next thing that is, maybe there's a few more people, or maybe you have to stand up for yourself in a way that is a little bit more uncomfortable. And you get presented with opportunities, people, and experiences that are along the path that you want to be on, but you might be a little scared to do it. And this is Gaia on the other side, bringing you those opportunities, people, and experiences, being like, do it. Here it is, this is for you. Like, are you ready? And it's not, I always see people talk about like, oh my God, you're not ready, or like, it'll happen when you're ready, or stuff like that. And so then there's this anticipation where it's like, oh my God, like it's kind of like an anxiety thing. Like you feel, or maybe that's just me, where you feel like, oh my God, like I'm not ready, or I'm not supposed to do this, or I'm supposed to do this, that, or the other thing. And the reality is that the goddess, Gaia, is going to keep bringing you opportunities. It's just up to you whether you say yes, first of all, and decide to go for it. And two, where your own personal frequency is at. This is like the most important nugget of information that I can give you is it doesn't matter like how prepared you are. It doesn't matter how much you want something. If you, if you are not in a resonance, I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. If you're not in a resonant frequency, a resonance, a vibe, you can call it, of happiness, of ease, of harmony, of knowing that everything works out for you and everything always turns out better than expected. If you're not relaxing into that and enjoying your life as it is right now, you are not going to be on the vibration of Gaia that is just sending you these opportunities. She could be sending you these opportunities regardless, but if you're in a resonance or a vibration or a feeling, let's just call it a feeling of my life sucks, I'm ugly, nobody wants to look at me, I'm never gonna get this done, or whatever, you are not gonna be able to say yes to those opportunities whether she brings them to you or not. And she's bringing them all the time. Like, it's if you say no to one thing because of how you're feeling, then you need to adjust how you're feeling. And I mean, this, let's call it a slipstream. The slipstream into a feeling of harmony, of a high vibration, you can call it, is gratitude. It sounds super cliche, but it really is. That feeling of being grateful for where you are right now, no matter the circumstance. Life has changed in some way, and you can be grateful for and I know I have some people in my family that are just like, like nothing's going right for me. And I'm like, listen, your life has literally transformed over the past couple of years and you're an entirely new person. You just don't really realize it because it's happening to you gradually. But you need to be grateful for that transformation, because that gratitude, that feeling of just relaxing into like, you know what? Everything's okay. I can take care of myself here now. I can take care of my space. I can take care of the people that are in my life here and now. I can take care of the opportunities that I'm already committed to and not want them to be something else. Just that feeling within your body is what allows Gaia on the other end, the dreamer of your reality on the other end, to bring you more of it, to bring you more opportunity, to bring you people that give you opportunity and experiences that move you forward. And that's what a shift really looks like. At first, you're like, ugh, like I don't like what's happening. And then if you just make a small shift into like, you know what? I think everything's fine. Everything is okay. I'm just going to take care of where I am right now. And you might have to do that for like a week or so. You might be like, oh my God, nothing's happening. But if you keep focusing on that, then things get tumultuous. Then you might notice that certain people just kind of fade out of your life. It's like, you're like, what? I mean, I'm dealing with this now. I'm like, what happened? You know, like what happened for me to get ghosted? What happened for me to there was just, it just seems like something happened with like some of my personal relationships. And I'm like racking my brain trying to figure it out. And then I'm like, wait, like I asked for a shift. I asked for my life to move forward in these ways. And that's like one of the most like, let's say recognizable signs is that there are certain people that just don't talk to you anymore. There are certain people that, and it's not even like, you might never even know the reason. Maybe they don't know the reason, but they felt the vibe shift that you made. And because they're not on the same vibration as you anymore, they can't even articulate like what has happened. It's like they just kind of fade out. Maybe they make up some scenario in their head that is justifying them not talking to you, but there is a shift and it's felt by other people. So the people that are not moving you forward in life, when you have asked and you choose to move forward in life, the people that are holding you back, and it's not even like they're trying to hold you back, it's just they're not moving forward in the same way as you are, they just kind of fall out of your life. It's happened to me several times, and each time I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what's going on? And then I'm like, wait, certain people are falling out, and then literally at the same time, I'm meeting new amazing people that have more of the lifestyle that I want for myself, that are just like-minded in general, who are more, you know, they're just on a path that like I'm moving into being a part of, and like, you know, we're all moving in like a similar direction, you know, working for ourselves, making more money, having more independence, like just things that are, you know, more of high vibration. If you're from the law of attraction community, you know what I'm talking about. People that are more open-minded, people that you can talk about like big ideas with, you know. Those people literally came into my life at the same time that other people were dropping out of. And then like that is like the number one sign that you have made a shift and things are shifting. Like things are really actually shifting. And another sign is that you lose certain cravings. You might be like addicted to junk food or something, like guilty sometimes, and you change your vibration just by feeling better, by accepting your life, by feeling better. And then you just don't really have those cravings anymore, or you do, but they're not as often, or you have more discipline to be like, no, like I don't really want to, or I'll just have a little bit, or, you know, instead of like gouging yourself, right? And you'll find that you crave new foods, new habits, new things that, sorry, excuse me, I'm talking and inhaling a lot of air. You'll find that you just have the energy to do things that continue to move you forward, like, I don't know, a new healthy habit, exercising, having more vitamins, or right, like there are just certain things where your intuition is like, yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I feel like doing that now, basically. And you don't feel like doing those things anymore because you have changed your resonance, your own feeling of being within your own body, into something different. And that produces a real effect in your life. Another sign is you might get people saying to you, oh my God, like you're glowing. Oh my God, what happened? Like you look so much, something happened with you. You look happier, or whatever. Or you'll probably get a lot of people staring at you. I remember the first time that this happened to me in my life, when I got into meditation and tarot and all this stuff. And that's like, almost 10 years ago now. Crazy. But I remember the first like shift that I did, I would like walk down the street and like people were just like staring at me, like just like fully staring at me. If babies are staring at you, that's usually a good sign. But like people are just like looking at, like they just can't take their eyes off of you. That is another sign that like you just have that inner glow of peace, of harmony, of beauty, that people are just like, it's like moth to a flame. They're just drawn in. And you know, that is another sign of a really big shift. Another sign is just being more comfortable in your body, being more comfortable with who you are, being like, yeah, like I own this, like this is who I am, and I'm just gonna keep exploring that and keep sharing that and keep expressing myself. And now the reason why this happens, when you're changing your resonance, when you're becoming more peaceful within yourself, more harmony within yourself, it's because, well, okay, so I didn't really explain resonance, but to me, a resonance is a frequency that you're on. We are all electromagnetic beings. We are vibrating. We are mostly water. And we're mostly water in space, to be honest. And so when you are, and it's from here, it's from your thoughts. So when you're having like evil thoughts towards yourself, and I'll just use myself as an example. If you're having like evil thoughts of, my body is ugly, I feel gross, I am not doing anything with my life, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not I'm a failure, like stuff like that, like just evil, yucky thoughts that are ricocheting in your brain, because they ricochet, just like ba 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 ba. That makes your frequency, your resonance, your feeling not attractive. And I don't mean attractive as in like somebody's gonna wanna bone you. I mean like in a way that repels things, in a magnetic way. You are not magnetic. Like, because you're saying these things to yourself, to your own body, to the water that exists in your body, those water molecules become like also ugly. You look up Dr. Emoto, the Japanese scientist who made an experiment with water. But your water cells and your water molecules become ugly, and you become that. Like, that is within your body. So you have to, one, get those thoughts out of your head. I have a really good exercise. I believe I put it in Gracie's article for the Northern Magazine, so I'll include that below too. Completely free. I think you just have to put your email in, but she doesn't send any emails. And it's about love, my article, but it's the same idea. Like, you write certain things that, because you have to get them out of your head. You have to get them out, whether it's just writing it down and burning it, or it's speaking it to somebody, or it's making a voice note and then deleting it, or like something that you have to get it out of your system, because otherwise it just keeps ricocheting. So that is what I mean by resonance is basically the thoughts that you're repeating to yourself have an effect on your body and your auric field, your energy field all around you. So the first shift is, if you're in a place like that, if you're like feeling like you hate yourself or you hate your life or things aren't moving forward, the first thing to do is, one, to get them out. And then the second thing is to sound the alarms. Just kidding. Is if you're looking for that support from your planet that is supporting your life right now as we speak, in every single moment, with every single breath you take, your planet is supporting you. if you're wanting that next level of support, that supernatural support, I mean, it's nature and supernature. It's the same thing. And if you're wanting that supernatural support, that's when you connect in with your planet. Okay, you can connect into whatever divine power you want, but I think the most effective thing to do is to connect into our planet Earth, because that's where we are, and she is divine. She is the goddess, eminently, imminently present all around us, within us, throughout us. And she is the one. So if you haven't seen my other videos about the fall of the goddess, basically her original fall was done in a daydream state. You know, when you're daydreaming, and that's also how we manifest when you're daydreaming. You know, when you're having a creative daydream, let's say, and you're thinking like, oh, I really want a red car, and you're imagining yourself in your red car. Like, this is the secret, I think. If you're imagining yourself in the red car, and then suddenly you see a red car on the street, okay, that is creative imagination. It doesn't come from nowhere. It is divine. It is of the aeons, of the creators that made us. So when Sophia first fell from the pleroma, the galactic core, she did so in a creative, daydreaming like state, because she was trying to think of a solution for humanity to thrive, because there have been times where we were gestated and put out into the galaxy, but we didn't make it, or like the whole, you know, not enough of us made it. And so we're like, you know, I think we're the 10th shot at this. And before Sophia fell, she was thinking and creatively imagining a solution for humanity to thrive. And because of her, like, we get that creation power from them. So we have a much, much smaller version, even though it is pretty effective. She fell through the pleroma into the galaxy in that same daydream state. So that's why it's really important to also focus on not only your dreams that like you have every night that do have very important messages, but also to realize that that is why our reality is so malleable. It's not because we're getting projected from, you know, some freaking computer in another dimension. It's because we're in a dream. You dream every night, whether you remember it or not. I dream every night. I have lucid dreams that are so freaking crazy, but like really teach me something. You can have those too. Start writing down your dreams in your dream journal. I do like a silly Australian accent when I do that, because one of my dear friends who came and visited me, which was so incredibly amazing and like full of wonderful experiences and lots of like catalyst moments, like she was just like activating me. Daimonic Lady D came to my house, and she's from Australia, and she always says, write your dreams down in your dream journal, because she's right. She is right. I'll tag her Twitter below. I think she's the trance something now on Twitter. I forget. She recently changed it. But if you want to have lucid dreams and connect with our planet in that way, write your dreams down in your dream journal. Whether I use my notes app just because I like to be able to search for a word, and I can just grab my phone as soon as I wake up and I just start typing, or I take a voice note. Like if my dream is so crazy, I will just take a voice note and save it in my journal app or whatever. But Lady D likes the malleable part, and she has a journal, and she came over and I saw her and she was just like writing in her journal. It was so cute. And yeah, that is when you connect more with your dreams in that way, you will have more lucid dreams. It's just making those connections. Regardless, I've explained this before, but you don't know you're in a lucid dream while you're in it. Okay? So, and when you're in that dream, there are other members in your own lucid dream, in any dream, but in your own lucid dream that you can interact with. But you know when you wake up that all of those little members are really just of your mind. Okay? They are just of your mind. You can influence them. And say in one of your lucid dreams, you had one of your dream members come up to you and be like, hey, Mariah, we're in your lucid dream. I really want a piece of chocolate cake. And then in my lucid dream, because I know when I'm in a lucid dream that whatever I want, I can just turn around and grab it. I just go, boom, grab the cake, because in my mind, it's already there because this is a lucid dream. And that's how lucid dreams work. You interact with them immediately. And then I give my dream member, Mariah, a piece of chocolate cake that might just be some random dude that like I saw on the street 3 weeks ago that my subconscious like still has, and you know, suddenly he just wants like a piece of cake in my dream, and it's a piece of cake for me to give it to him. And so that is like one scenario. Okay, so you have dream members in your own lucid dream that you can interact with, but you know that they are your mind. They are of your mind. They are really you. Okay, so let's bring this back out. If Sophia, as she fell from the pleroma, is in a dreamlike state, becomes our planet Earth, which is really a part of her dream body because she's still in this state, are we not a part of her dreaming mind? And that's why reality is so malleable. That is why when we can tweak our resonance, our frequency, our inner feelings within our energy field and become the frequency match to the dreamer, who is Gaia Sophia, and her frequency is ease, peace, beauty, wisdom, love, care, you know, and all of those things also include other things. Sometimes you care so much that you have to destroy something else. It's not all rainbows and butterflies, you know, like there is a fierce love, a fierce care that also will have to, you know, passionately, you know, destroy someone who is actively working against your life. Like that's also what care involves, you know, the care of a mother. If there is a threat to one of her children, she's going to do her best to take out that threat. Okay, this is your Mother Earth, you know, she has that fierceness, but she uses that fierceness to get you back into the resonance of her that is that harmony, peace, beauty, love, care. So when you can bring those harmonies, those harmonies, that's cool, those frequencies, those resonances into your own life, you enter again a better slipstream into, it's not really a relationship with her because that is always happening. It's like when you are in her frequency of ease, peace, beauty, harmony, it's like then you can see her, even though, and then once you see her, you notice that like she's been looking at you this whole damn time. You're like, well, there she is. She's been there this whole time. And that is how, and then like I said before, how I started this video, once you're in that resonance, things shake up, and then you get opportunities that you can say yes to that do move your life forward. And you don't need to be scared of them, because opportunities that come just like out of nowhere that you have no planning for, that end up just working out, a big knot back there, that end up just working out, are the ones given to you within the dream that we live in by the dreamer. By the dreamer. And in one of my, I think in my last video, I said identify the dreamer. You have to know the goddess. You have to know who she is, where she comes from, where she is now, and that she's like so present, we almost miss her, that she is that dreamer. And when we see her identify the dreamer, it's like we just light up. We get that inner glow. We get that inner glow that is magnetism, that attracts the best things for us. But it's not in a way that we need to plan out all these different things. We don't, because Gaia Sophia already has our full awareness. She's already got it. She's doing her best to get rid of things that are like stopping us from realizing that. And that's her fierceness. So when we get into her resonance, just by first, like I said, going into gratitude, doing our best to release the stuff that is holding us back from her, like the icky thoughts, basically. It's like she just has had open arms this whole time. We were just kind of like not looking at her, right? Thinking that we can do it better. And we don't even need to tell her really what to do. Although you can direct her, you can direct our planet Earth. But since she already has our awareness, she already knows the desires that are within here, because we, like I said, if you remember my analogy from before with the lucid dream, we are in her dreaming mind, which means we are her dream members. Okay? Does that make sense? We are her dream members. So when we connect with the dreamer, it's like we're connecting back to ourselves, but really we are connecting to her through us, and she is outside of us and within us. It's like just this big cycle where we can choose to actively participate in her dream as her dream members, or we can do our own thing, you know, whatever, ignore her. It might not feel the best, it might not work out for the best, but if we choose to identify the dreamer, find the goddess in your life now, and she's gonna shake some shit up. She will make some shifts, and then you'll receive new opportunities that you should say yes to. But even if you don't, she will bring you another one once you figure out why you can say yes, because there's a reason there. There's something else blocking you within your field, within your resonance. It's just like a little weed. You just kind of got to go, okay, you know, pluck it out. What is this? Oh, it's my, you know, abandonment issues. I got to deal with that now. Like, and then you go and you work through that, and then the opportunity, it's like just the floodgates open. The opportunities come to you, and you can say yes. And then there's just synchronicity after synchronicity after synchronicity, and synchronicity is the signature of the goddess, of you being within her dream, and her seeing her, realizing that, and she makes you her star. She has the capacity to make every single one of us her star. She has, her mind is so big, her body is so big, her capabilities are so grand that we don't need to figure it out. We can't figure it out. Actually, we shouldn't. We can't. And it's just a matter of getting into the resonance of her, of beauty, of ease, of harmony, so that when those opportunities come, we can say yes, we can do well, we can hold them, we can invite more synchronicities to happen. And you just have to let go of the stuff that just falls out of your life. That is your frequency shift. That is your resonance shifting. That is how you know that it's actually happening. And she will continue to do that for you. She will continue to give you insights in meditation. She'll continue to give you little winks throughout the day that are like, well, that's synchronicity, right? Like the synchronicity is the dreamer giving you her own solution in her dream that you are interacting within, which is gorgeous, beautiful, and amazing. And that's how the work really is done, a lot more by magic than I think a lot of people want to realize. Is it is synchronicity. It is like, oh, I don't know how that happened, you know, because there is a mind dreaming us alive every single moment. And when we are interacting with her, she gets like excited and like she wants us to join her, and joining her just looks like I said, it's just those principles of ease, of beauty, of harmony, of what she wants her precious humanity to experience, that she is here to help us experience. And, you know, there's some stuff in the way that like she's got to get rid of, that she's working with us to get rid of too. Archons and the Demiurge. Whatever, that's in a lot of my other videos. I don't want to focus on that. But when we connect with her in those ways, when we identify the dreamer by connecting with our own dreams and knowing who she is, our frequency shifts, things in our life change, and that is an amazing sign. That is good. That's what you want, because that's how you know that soon opportunity is going to come, just from her dreaming mind within her dream. There are people having conversations that you are not a part of. There are events being planned that you're going to be a part of, but like it's too early yet to start making invitations. There are, you know, you could randomly walk into somebody in the street that is going to, you know, invite you to something that moves you forward in this way. Those are all things that you can't anticipate. You're not supposed to anticipate. And that is the magic of the dreamer. And that is why we identify the dreamer. And that is how she shows up. I think that's all I have to say about that today. I hope you like my flowers. I got them when I went grocery shopping today because of the peperos. So pretty. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. Like any like specific things you want me to go into, because I definitely will. Other than that, I hope this helps at least one person. That would be a dream come true for me, and I will see you in the next video.